Lineups. We are going to go through Week 11 lineups tonight. GPPs, cash games, FanDuel perhaps, definitely DraftKings. It's Alex and me for now. Pete is set to join us shortly. He will definitely hop in. I don't know if he was just too excited over the mustard yellow jerseys we're seeing on TV right now, which are absolutely putrid. Oh my God, they're so bad.
I haven't heard anything you said. I was on mute the whole
time. Alex chose to mute me because he doesn't like me, but that's okay.
No,
we can move on past that.
I hate you.
I'm just giving you shit because I was going through and looking at the video from Tuesday, and
now that now all my YouTube videos come up muted automatically.
Oh, look at you! Look at that.
Do it on purpose.
So it's a happy accident. We'll take it. It's all right. But before we start, just want to point out that the Listener League link should be in the description. Click Show More. Join it. $2, 100-person league, top 5 payout. Winner also comes on to the show. With that, I actually want to say that Travis reached out to me. He was Diesel Hog, who won our Listener League for Week 10. He is from, I want to say, Kansas. KS, that's a geography question for you, Alex. KS is an abbreviation for what state?
You just said it's Kansas.
All right, Kansas.
What do you think I'm like 3 years old?
Dude, I needed confirmation. I wasn't sure, so I'm asking you the question. I wanted confirmation.
Oh, okay, I'm sure.
Geography is not my strong suit, all right?
Mine either, but I'm not that bad at it either.
All right, so let's see. I asked him to. He said he doesn't have a webcam. We still wanted to get his thoughts on his lineup. So he gave me a little bit about himself. I'll read what he gave us and a little bit on what he thinks are going to be good plays for this upcoming week. So he's from the Kansas area. Just started playing DFS this year. Deposited $25 and won $350 in week 1, and has basically been hooked ever since. So nice success story to you, Travis. Congratulations there. He started watching our show about week 2. He doesn't know the live link, but that's okay. You can just subscribe to the channel, and you should actually get an email whenever we go live. Subscribe to us follow us on Twitter, and we actually tweet the live link every time we go live. So for all of you that don't do that now, please thumbs up, subscribe, follow, all of that. He says here, you're going to hate me and him. He goes, during the playoffs and World Series, I felt bad for Alex because I know the pain of making it to the big game and coming up short. 90 feet short, to be exact. Or any playoff game the Chiefs have been in since the Schottenheimer days. So he's clearly had some heartbreak in his time, and good to see you're having some success. Congrats to the Royals winning. I know Alex doesn't want to say it, but congrats to the Royals winning the World Series.
They were better.
They were. Honestly, we said it. They were the better team. They deserved it after last year's win, and you guys overachieved. You guys have a lot of success ahead of you, so that can't feel bad about it, right? But back to Travis's lineup. He did go with Carr at QB. He is a DGAF quarterback per Alex. Very solid this year. Pete said he would probably be low-owned. So he went with that. Went with Gio because Houston had an issue with the run game this year, and I thought he had the chance of having a pretty decent game. Ended up winning him, right? Winning him the tournament, Gio did. So good call there. Langford, a very solid back, and Cutler loves his running backs. Kind of like Alex and Pete said last week. He figured St. Louis would key on Cutler's receivers and that he would be handing off or dumping it to Langford quite a bit. Good thoughts? Antonio Brown. He figured whoever was playing QB would be looking for Antonio, and have been playing him a lot this season. When Big Ben came in the game, I got excited because I knew that he was about to have a big day. It's funny because I had zero exposure to Antonio Brown, so I had the exact opposite feeling. I was Bizarro Travis in that instance. I saw Big Ben came in, and I just said, shit, there goes all my D'Angelo. And the fact that I had zero Antonio exposure killed me. Let's see. He went with Crabtree. He went with Carr Crabtree stack because it was cheaper. And Crabtree has been getting close to the same amount of targets as Cooper. Something we highlighted over the past couple weeks as well. He's been getting targeted more, especially in the red zone. And it was, I think, 2 weeks ago where that finally started to regress towards the mean, in the positive way for Crabtree when he got into the end zone twice. Diggs, he said he got lucky picking Diggs on a hunch in week 4, and I've had him in the majority of my lineups ever since. I figured he had a good chance at having a good game against a mediocre D.
Oops.
Of course, got to have that connection there.
Got it.
Jordan Reed, he played. We recommended Reed very heavily last week. Robinson, he used a lot of Hearns the week before. Figured he would fade Hearns and use some Robinson because he thought that Robinson was due for more targets. Honestly, I thought the Hearns injury made Robinson due for more targets, but they kind of split him last week. But either way, still a decent game out of Robinson. He had cash value.
Can I say something really fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mariota's awful.
Is he awful, or is it that his line is awful?
I don't like. He's not good.
He's also a rookie.
No, I don't know. It's not. It's just. I don't know why everybody's so excited about him. I just don't see it. I didn't see it during the college football playoff last year, and I especially don't see it now. He's accurate, but he's not really accurate.
He's Alex Smith 2.0.
He's worse. Moving on.
What just happened? Someone might have just broken an ankle. Dexter McCluster's
down. Oh no,
anyway.
Dexter! That means we have to see more of the fat David Cobb run the ball.
Oh well. All right. He thought he picked the Rams D. Everybody picked the Rams D. That's fine. This week, Travis says I'm going to be using some Stafford Calvin stacks.
That's a knee.
And some Carr Crabtree Cooper's stacks. Crabtree or Cooper, I should say. He likes how West has been filling in for Jamal. Going to ride him in San Diego. Kind of chalky there. I like it. It's a divisional matchup. I can see Reed pushing the ball down their throat. I hope we all see that. He'll be using McFadden. Been watching him since he was a Razorback, and probably some Gurley. He'll definitely be throwing the Chiefs D in more of my lineups from here through the rest of the season, as our matchups look pretty favorable. Oh, sounding a little bit homerish there, Travis. I like it. Peters is looking like an awesome draft choice. He's a great DB right now. Houston and Holly are one of the best pass rushing combos in the league. They were last year. This year they have yet to really live up to that potential, but they're both very good in their own right. And a pretty strong secondary with Barry, Parker, Peters, Smith, etc. Good luck this week, and don't be surprised if my Chiefs make a wild card run. Travis, thank you for that. We appreciate it. Good luck to your Chiefs, although I think Alex would say no. He wants that wild card spot. So a little bit of contention there between Alex and Travis, huh?
First of all, we're fine. Second of all, let's go Charboinkadoink. Like, it's his. I'm good with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good with that. I'm not rooting
absolutely.
Against. Don't worry.
All right, so let's see. We've got Pete back in here, but he is only half paying attention. He's also got a partial lower third up.
You're talking to him.
That's fine. I'm not really talking to him. Just talking about him. He's
What a nerd.
He's got a lovely lower third up. I do like that, Pete. I'm happy to see it.
Oh, there he is. Hey.
Hey. Hi, Pete. All right, let's get off and running, huh? How about that? Let's dive right into the lineups. Let's start with what do you think? A cash lineup in FanDuel. Should we just get FanDuel out of the way, do a quick little cash lineup there, and then we'll hop into DraftKings for a cash and a GPP?
As long as I don't have to pick a kicker.
Well, I think I'll take that off your hands.
Okay. You've spent more than the minimum. I'll punch you through the
just wait till you see who I pick. All right, let's see. Let me share out the FanDuel.
Hooray.
And away we go. Let's start it off by taking that kicker, scrolling all the way to the top and taking Steve. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm serious. Like, I would come to your house and punch you if you did that.
No. We're done with that. We don't want any of
boy. Take my boy. My new boy.
Bullock?
Yeah. Why not?
Done.
Why not?
Sure.
Just so I feel okay about it.
I am fine with that. Let's see.
Even this is the kind of an offense that you know how to work.
Defense.
I'm down with the Chiefs.
We like anything for down with the Chiefs? I'm good.
Yeah.
All right.
Down with the Chiefs.
Now shall we start at the top?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Tony
Wait,
Romo
what?
was on
I
IR.
don't.
But that's not
Is
good.
there? Can I see how much money we have and stuff? Can you scroll
Oh,
up?
sorry. I am not that high. There you go.
Are you sure you're not that high?
If I were high, I'd be laughing a lot more. All right. Here we are. On to QB.
All right. Wait. I got a better idea. Put in Charkandrick and put in Sammy Watkins immediately.
Well, is Watkins isn't as cheap on FanDuel.
How expensive is he on here?
6,600, so he's
That's
still below
not
the
a
average
lot.
that we have.
Your number. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's find Mr. Charkandrick. 7,100.
Gladly pay that. Okay. Now let's look for a quarterback.
Okay. Now we're looking for a quarterback. Keep in mind, I know Pete may or may not be listening, but again, cash lineup for FanDuel right here.
Yes.
I think, kind of across the board, everyone's love is Derek Carr this week.
Just looking.
What's that?
See, like, this is a situation where, like, I don't hate playing Sanchez because he genuinely saves you a ton here.
You know what? I like it. I'll take Sanchez at that price. I'll take him in cash. Why not?
And FanDuel, what does he only need? 12.8 points? It's a 2x?
Yeah, it's 2x or just over 2x, I believe. So, yeah.
So you need 13 points from Mark Sanchez. He had one game without a touchdown last year. So
I'm in for Sanchez on that. I like it. Okay. Do you want to jump to running back again?
tight end.
Tight end?
See if we can save more money and then just go studs.
Studley. Ebron?
I don't hate. Yeah, I mean Ebron. Peter, you done?
So?
As scummy as it might sound, it really feels good flagging someone with just one pawn and a completely lost title favorite.
What is that noise?
That's Pete. He's off mute.
Yeah, so I'll be done here very shortly. It was quick, quick and painful.
My man. I love it. I love it. I love it. So good. Keep kicking some ass and taking names, Pete. We're gonna
Mark,
we're gonna
show
finish
me
up this
running back.
FanDuel.
Mark, show me running back.
Oh, sorry.
All right, put Evans and go back to wide receiver. Put Evans and Calvin in. Oh no, we already have Ebron. Ugh,
Yeah, we just took Ebron.
damn. I want to say Dez, but is it still like a thing that Romo might not play?
Why are we doing
No,
FanDuel? I
Romo's
thought we were like a
Romo's
DraftKings
definitely
team.
playing.
Aren't we DraftKings
Yeah.
people?
We get yelled at when we don't make a FanDuel lineup.
FanDuel plays with kickers. Look, people, I know you think kickers are cool and happy and all that sort of stuff, but FanDuel plays with kickers. So it's not real fantasy.
Correct.
That's okay. So we just go bare minimum and threw Randy Bullock in there, and let's not waste more time on FanDuel than we have to. Let's throw. You want to throw Dez in there at 84? Romo's definitely playing from everything that Jason Garrett has said.
I mean, then yeah, I'm down. And then we can play whichever.
You can play Gurley. You can go Devontae.
I'd rather play Freeman off a bye.
I'm in there too. So how about that?
That's
Dirty
pretty-
Sanchez, Sherboinka Doink, Devontae, Sammy, Mike, Dez, Ebron, Bullock, and the KCD.
It's pretty vicious. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of like that. That's pretty nice. For just throwing it together, and to be honest, we do the research overall, guys. But I think all three of us are main players on DraftKings, not FanDuel.
Yeah.
So
Right.
just take it for what it's worth. We try to report on, or not report, but we try to do the research and analysis on the players themselves, and then give you the prices on each site so that you guys can make the choice. But at the end of the day, all of us play on DraftKings, so.
And by research, he means drink beer and maybe look at football stuff.
Amen.
How else would you define research?
I
Well, yeah, milk.
was clarifying for the new listeners out there.
Yeah. Don't forget the milk.
Right.
All right.
You win already?
That's it for FanDuel.
I won. Yeah, it's over. It's checkmate. The guy didn't even have to resign. He played a bad move, and that was the end.
So
I had a sub lined up for tonight for this game, and the sub didn't show.
Yeah, but you won a 30-minute match in less than 5 minutes, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I used 5 minutes. The other guy used like
Stupid
10.
fast.
Yeah.
Oh
What?
my god.
What is that?
Oh,
still
and
not
as
good.
Alex
I don't
as
care.
Alex insults
good.
Mariota, he runs for the touchdown.
Hey, can you back me up? Is Mariota a good quarterback?
No.
Thank you.
I mean, look, he's you know what he is though.
You
I
can't
think
answer that question.
he does have
Games into his
potential.
Throw
career.
the
he has
football.
potential. He does have potential.
You can't answer that question 6 games into his career. You can't.
You can't.
I agree
throw
with
the
Mark.
football.
I agree with Mark.
It's just so ugly when he tries to throw the football. Ugh.
Doesn't matter.
Gross.
Doesn't matter. Still got in for the end zone. Still got in. Boom. All right. Cash lineup. DraftKings. Let's do it. You want to do the same thing? Let's throw West in there.
And Sammy.
Why is Sammy a definite? I don't like the Sammy play at all, actually.
Because Sammy's
So,
less
like,
than
if
5.
I wasn't busy and playing chess, I would have complained mightily about the Sammy play. What's the idea?
All right. What do you have against Sammy first?
Okay, in cash, extreme bust potential. Look at his performance.
Look. All right.
He's hit value.
Last
Yeah,
week
Regis.
he was up against
He did
Darrell.
not hit value against Cincinnati. He hit value against Miami. Did not hit value against Miami. Did not hit value against New England. He would have needed to hit 18-6.
Yeah, but we're talking about a guy that should be priced at 6,200 and is going for 4,800.
Scroll up. So how many times did he hit value as a 4,800 player? He hit value this season as a 4,800 player twice.
3 times.
Twice.
14,800.
4,800 times 3 is
14.8 is still-
14.4. Okay, you're right. 3 times.
And he got
Barely on the
2 of those
14.
games, 2 of them that he didn't hit value.
I don't like Sammy this week. I don't like him as a tourney play, and I don't like him. I like him maybe as a tournament play, but I don't like him as a cash play.
I'm all about the Sammy this week. So
Mark,
All right.
tiebreaker?
So let's agree.
Mark,
on
Alex, and I
West.
are having a quarrel here.
Yes, children. Children.
We disagreed all season, I think.
Hey, Alex, guess who's got a lower third? We're gonna have to go with no Sammy just because the guy with the lower third, obviously.
Ooh.
That's a low blow.
So
That's a low blow right there.
honestly,
I
I
don't
think
rub it in your face when I have a lower third.
That's true. You don't. You're much more polite than I am, and I apologize. Still hilarious though.
Just like, all right, what I have to say about Sammy is he had a great game, first game healthy, and last week he like it says in the analysis, which is I didn't even need to look at to tell you this. He did a great job against Darrell. He got separation. He looked explosive. It just Tyrod couldn't get him the ball consistently, and
that's part of the problem.
The first play of the game, Tyrod just missed him. But in a game where they're probably going to be behind, he's going to need to throw to Watkins. Even if he just gets all of his points in garbage time, he's going to get targets and he's going to get yards and potentially a touchdown or 2.
Fair point. I don't know. All right.
It's fine not for cash. I'm
at
okay
this
with
price-
saying no for cash, but in tournaments, I'm all over it.
So I'll try to play tiebreaker here. At this price, I don't mind him in cash. He's not a lock in my cash lineup personally, but I don't hate the idea of throwing him into a cash lineup.
Yeah,
So here I agree with Alex. Let's leave him out for now and see what we can do without him. But we know that we have the pivot there if we want to drop down and get more money somewhere. I think Sammy is a great option to pivot down to if you want to save some money.
Right, and
He's a
I
wide
view
receiver
him as
one,
a
tons
top
of targets, lots of volume. I like it.
I view him as a top 15 wide receiver, and for a top 15 wide receiver who's the number 1 on his own team being less than 5,000, it's almost a no-brainer in DraftKings. especially with the strategy we've been using, and we've been using it well. 3 or 4 number ones, especially in tournament lineups. Getting a number 1 at that price is something that you can't overlook.
That's why I like him in tourney plays. That's why I like him in tourney plays.
Well, you didn't until I started
Okay.
giving you.
No, I said I'd play him in tourney, and I think even on Tuesday, I think I suggested him as part of one of my lineups, didn't I? Or maybe not.
Well,
So
we
I think
cut him out of the value pick discussion, so.
Okay.
yeah, he was too high. We mentioned him very quickly, but he was above the threshold so that we could actually fit that show in. Do we want to throw Carr in there at QB?
We can wait on quarterback because there's so many quarterbacks 63 and under that we can just put in.
There's
agree.
everyone that we talked about on Tuesday.
Yeah, there's so many
Okay,
options.
so do you
Can we
guys
just
have a
get the Bears
second
in there
running
for
back?
Can we throw the Bears in there just for giggles?
It's cash.
It's a cash.
I know. Click on them.
The answer is
Click on the Bears. Click on the Bears.
No.
Look at the price. No, go look at the price and click
No.
on them. I'm dead serious. Go
No.
look at the price and click on them. Go look at the price
No.
and click on them.
All right, no, fine.
No.
Look at the
No,
price.
just go look. Just go look at how many times they've hit value in the past 5 weeks. 2,000. So they only got to score 6 points in cash. Now look at that. They've hit it for 2 weeks in a row, and 3 out of the last 4, 4 out of the last 5.
That's not 3 out of the last 4. There was a 4 and a 3.
No, okay, you're right. Sorry.
Two.
So 3 out of the last 5, 4 out of the last 6.
And then
I
that's
think
it.
they're a
Boom.
good cash play this week and a good.
No.
So 4 out of 9 weeks total.
So not down with this in cash.
Okay.
No,
I think you're dead wrong. But okay.
I think the Chiefs are great. Look at the
At
Chiefs.
home against the Denver Broncos.
No, just look at them. Mark, well, look at them.
I'm okay with the Chiefs too.
Why?
Actually, I'm okay with the Chiefs. They've been very consistent.
Look at how consistent that is. They had I think they had 2 minus weeks, and those were just they got
everything else.
Lambeau
Was,
Honestly, to be
Second.
totally honest, guys, if there was one team defense that I felt totally confident in to hit 3 times value, it would be the Bears this week. All they have to do is get 6 points.
okay, and they've done it 4 out of 9 times. So
Okay.
Yeah.
They've been getting better. All right, but let's throw the Chiefs in there. I like the Chiefs.
definitely.
I love the little comment at the end. They've been getting better, but let's throw the Chiefs.
No, I'm just. I have no I have no qualms using the Bears everywhere this week.
So let's honestly at that price, I don't hate them as a cash play, but
Yeah.
I like the Chiefs a lot more. So let's start with the Chiefs. If we do need a couple $100, we pivot down to the Bears.
Or
I
you
took-
on quarterbacks.
I took the liberty of throwing Mike Evans in there because I think we all agree cash viable week over week.
Well,
At least
this week
until
he's got to
VJax
hit
and ASJ come back.
22. He's got to hit 22
Done
to
it 3
hit.
of the last 4 weeks, Pete.
Okay.
And with no ASJ back still.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Target. No, I just feel like
If VJax and ASJ aren't there, I mean he's almost a lock for 13 plus targets.
yeah. I mean, even if he drops the ball 3 times, like he keeps doing, he's gonna catch 8 balls for the
he
plus 20.
continues to do.
How about Stevie? Can we
All right.
throw Stevie?
Wait, time out. Just go back to Evans. Those 3 weeks that he's hit value, he's only had what, 1 touchdown, or no touchdowns.
No.
Yeah,
one.
he's been good.
That's disgusting. The fact that he can do that without
Yeah.
scoring a touchdown. Can you
Yeah.
look at him when he gets a touchdown?
He's been really efficient.
Very
when he
nice.
gets
He's been
touchdown
efficient
13.
lately. He's been efficient.
When he
and Jameis are on the same page.
I would argue the efficiency because
Yeah, he's not
But
really efficient. He's been
we're getting
game
into
efficient.
definitions of words, but
He's been per
he's
game.
been- he's been productive. We can say that. All right. Arguing semantics, not helpful. Let's get back into arguing football.
How
Where
about
are we going
Stevie
from
J?
here, boys?
Can we go to Stevie J?
I'm good with Stevie J if we're not
Are you
going.
all aboard the Stevie J change?
I'm cool. Cool with
Stevie
that.
J train?
Now, what did you say, Alex?
10
You're cool with
targets
Stevie
last
if
week.
if we don't go who?
No, I said if we're not using Sammy and Cash, I'm okay with Stevie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the only problem I have with
I'm good there.
the way this lineup is working out right now, we have 3 guys from that game.
Oh, I agree.
Let's
Well,
just see where it goes. Let's see where it goes.
The Chiefs don't really count, though. I don't think. Although I don't like playing players against the defense that I'm using in general.
That's what I was gonna say. So let's just
Okay,
leave
how about Amendola?
do something with it.
How about let's take out Stevie and play Amendola?
No, I'd
Almost
rather
identical
play
price.
Stevie, though.
Really?
Yeah.
They're identical price, and one of them has Tom Brady.
Okay, fine.
I mean, almost identical. You know.
$100 more. I think they're a coin flip, really.
Yeah.
I don't mind Amendola at all. 10 for 79 last week. I don't mind it. All right. What are we looking at for? Do we want tight end now, or do we want to go back to running back?
We can do tight end. Let's put Ebron in again. I mean, in this matchup, they've been just getting roasted by anybody that actually is good at playing tight end. And if Rudolph wasn't so terrible or took the peel off of his banana hands, he wouldn't have dropped that touchdown last week, and it would have been even worse for Oakland.
Oof.
That was the most miserable drop I've ever seen.
But he's Kyle Rudolph. He's so good.
Okay, but he was standing there and decided to jump in the air to try to catch the ball, and he basically swatted the ball down.
He was practicing his defensive back skills.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, Mariota takes off for the first down conversion, but he sucks.
He does suck. He can't throw the football. It's not a
Every first down he gets, I'm just gonna keep saying he sucks.
Great.
Watch him throw like the game clinching pick six, and they lose.
I hope so. I really do.
All right, let's fix up our running back situation here, huh? Do we look at spending all the way up for a Devontae type, or I'll be honest, I'm a fan of AP this week. I mean, I'm not, but I am.
Yep.
So who would you guys prefer, or obviously Gurley? Well, let me preface by saying, Pete, do you want to spend up in the second or running back position, or are you okay with going like a Lamar?
We have quite a lot of money, so I'm leaning like Peterson. What are you guys thinking?
I'm kind of
Peterson or
leaning
Lamar?
Devontae and Cash just because he's coming off the bye.
But Peterson?
Yeah, I mean, Peterson's awesome, but Devontae catches the football.
So does AP. Just
Not
probably
really,
not
like,
as much.
He can catch the football, they just don't throw it to him a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough call.
Very
Honestly,
throw it to him
I'm
a couple of times a game.
Obviously, he had a monster game last week, and there's no denying that he is still one of the best running backs in football. And for some reason,
A lot of that was one 80-yard run, right? So take it out, and you're looking at
still 123 yards and 2 catches.
still looking at a
The
good
100-yard
game,
bonus,
right?
yeah.
But you're not looking at a monster game.
Yeah, but that
But
counts.
at the end of the day, I like AP. I like Freeman too. If we're willing to pay up for Freeman, I do agree with Alex that he's going to get more opportunities in the pass game than AP. So I'm okay with going Freeman. Plus, game script probably lends more to Freeman than it does to AP.
yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with Freeman.
Okay.
I also like Lamar. If we need money, we can go back and do something there. But I don't think
And
we're
we
going
can
to need
throw
money.
Lamar
Look
in
how
our
much we have
flex.
left.
Definitely won't need money.
Yeah, look how much we have left.
Let's grab a wide receiver.
Let's grab a nice wide receiver. An expensive wide receiver. Because diamonds are forever.
Cooper? Amari Cooper? Yeah.
I like Cooper. Yeah, I could go Cooper.
See, I'm kind of torn between him and Crabtree. I just don't like Crabtree's price.
I'm playing them both. I have a Carr Cooper Crabtree lineup.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Wow.
I don't know.
I think I'd rather play Cooper this week, honestly.
I mean, I would rather play Cooper every week. It's just if he's like, I heard a report about him being shadowed this week by Slay. But
I don't think it's really going to matter.
No.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
only
think it's.
concern I have is if he's good or not. Pretty much it.
He's not great, right? He's not great.
What's the Nuke injury situation? Because
We
we
don't
have
know.
money.
He
have
didn't.
money.
He didn't
But we have
practice
to
either.
pick a quarterback yet.
Oh, because of Revis, right? We don't want the. We want to stay away from the Revis factor.
Definitely
That
staying
too.
Burrell.
That
What
too.
about going? Oh no, we don't want to play both Freeman and Julio. We could play Peterson.
P, we need to save was it 79
For what?
for a quarter? We can at most use 79 and then get a bare minimum quarterback, or we can go Carr and go 66.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. Let's play Miller in the flex, and then we got 60.
Yeah, that's fine. And
700.
then we can play Carr.
Yeah, we got plenty of money left. That lineup looks pretty good, actually.
Especially in cash.
Yeah.
3 RB1s.
Well, that's what we've been talking about.
Who all
And
catch
depending on what
passes?
you think of Amendola, what can we do at the Amendola spot, just for fun? Let's take a look what we can do there. We could go Stevie. What else could we do?
We
Yeah.
can go down to
Wait,
Stevie.
wait.
Let's-
What I'm
We
saying
can
is,
go- listen, we can go with Stevie, take out the Chiefs defense, put the Jets defense in.
we can also play LaFell, which I don't hate.
I would rather upgrade defense because the Jets are going up against who knows at quarterback. They might be playing Whedon.
Yeah, but the last road game the Jets played away from the East Coast was, not very pleasant for the
But
Jets.
this is Houston. This isn't like a West Coast 4 o'clock
It's
game.
not Oakland.
That's
To be honest, if Whedon actually started, I would, and they were the most expensive defense, I would pay up. I'm paying for any defense that Brandon Whedon is playing against.
And you could even get TJ Yates, and I'm still aboard the Jet train.
Oh, true. Absolutely true. So how
okay.
much were the
This
Jets
isn't
this
me
week?
being a fan. This is me being
Yeah.
legitimately like the
With
Jets
Stevie
are
and
great
Jets.
players.
I'm fine with Stevie
No,
and
that's cool.
Jets.
Okay, Homer.
We can actually play Amendola and Jets. Let's do that.
Yeah, right? I think we had enough
Yeah, we do.
We'll do it.
to keep Amendola in there, and we could have just done...
I still like Stevie's upside more, but
Us. Could just do that, keep it a little bit more diversified. I'm cool with it. All right, there we go. So we've got Derek Carr going into Detroit. Doink is at San Diego in the afternoon game now, since that was flexed. Devontae,
Excuse me. Sorry.
bless you.
game was flexed.
Hosting-
Charizard.
Couldn't
The
get
Chargers-Chiefs game was flexed up so that the
Good plan.
Bengals-Cardinals game is on Sunday night.
Okay.
Devontae hosting the Colts out of a bye. Mike Evans going into Philly. Amendola taking over that, what we're hoping, taking over that Edelman role, although I have some reservations that it's going to be like a one-to-one type of relationship there. Despite what a lot of people are saying, I don't think he steps right in and all of a sudden
No,
gets 13
I don't think he
targets.
does either. I think
But-
they just game plan differently. I agree with you. He's not like an Edelman clone replacement, whatever.
But at 4K, I still love him in cash. I think he's going to get enough targets to pay that off.
People see
Cooper,
him and they think, hey, he's short, he's white, they're the same guy, but it's not true.
question: If you're the Pats and Bill Belichick, are you pissed that Wes Welker just got signed like a week ago?
No, no. Are you kidding me? Dude, no. Welker can't. He's too
I
old.
had to ask the question. I had to ask the question because I heard there was some discussion on local radio about it, and it clicked in my head. Was like, if Welker was available, do you think they would have gone after him?
That's
And
an
I don't
interesting
know,
question.
honestly.
Because he knows their system, but I mean, really,
Exactly.
the big thing is I don't know if he can play anymore. Like that's sort of the problem.
Well, that was something. There was an article or some tweet that I read that said the same thing, right? Like people are like legit worried for Wes Welker. Like they're not happy that he came back into the league. They're worried that he's going to do something to hurt himself, like physically long term. Which
Yeah, no kidding.
that's never a good thing to have people worry about that, right?
Right.
He's
Right.
Hopefully,
Guy.
hopefully that does not happen. But there we go. There's a cash lineup for you guys. Let's hit up a GPP lineup. So, GPP.
Can we rock a Case Keenum? Or should we rock Ty God Sammy?
So I thought about this, and going back to that Week 2 game that Ty God had against New England, they trailed for most of that game, big, right? Big.
Mm-hmm.
And in that middle of the third to the fourth quarter was really when Tyrod just started, finally throwing the ball and actually completing the passes,
Yeah, when he
scrambling, actually
decided he
accumulating those
remembered he
points.
had Sammy.
I don't think this game is going to be like that. I don't think they're going to get down another, 2+ scores. I think they're going to be able to keep it close, especially with LaShawn healthy, Sammy healthy, with the Patriots all sorts of banged up. So I think I'm actually off Tyrod this week, to be honest with you guys. What do you feel? How do you feel about that, Pete?
I am also off Tyrod. I mean, I'm sure I'll use at least one stack for him, with him rather. But in general, I too am off of Tyrod this week. What I will say though is this. We ranked the $5,000 quarterbacks on Tuesday for what we liked. But if we're just looking at like a pure upside, what do you think about? I think Mark Sanchez is the most interesting pure upside stack. I think on Tuesday we were all over Case Keenum, right? Is that what we both had Keenum 1, right, Alex? I think.
No, I think I had Keenum 3 in the tournament.
What did we? I don't even remember my ranks, but the more I think about it,
Keenum 2.
did I have Sanchez?
I
1?
remember.
I think I had Sanchez 1 also.
Yeah, I like Sanchez. Like he knows the system and he can do it. Like it's an interesting play against Tampa.
Let me throw someone out there that we didn't mention. I don't know why, but we didn't mention him Tuesday. And nope, I have a feeling Alex is going to hate me for even suggesting.
Say Alex Smith, I'm punching you in the face.
Mr. Alex Smith.
Punch you in the face.
So the matchup.
Not upside.
No upside. No upside.
Okay.
You can do that in cash if you're really bored.
You're bored.
If you're so bored that you just want to watch Alex Smith versus watching paint dry, like go for it.
No.
So I'm cool with Sanchez. Now what about this? A Sanchez Ertz stack.
I'm down with a Sanchez Ertz Matthews stack because they're all so cheap.
What's Matthews at? I thought he was still like 6K. Am I wrong?
Yeah, with his upside with Sanchez?
Yeah, that's fair. I like a Sanchez Ertz stack, and then you move on, and then you find better receivers.
You want? Let me look at Matthews's end of year game log.
Yeah, I would be interested because I know he put up some numbers with Sanchez last year.
As you do that, Alex, Pete, why don't you grab us a running back? Who are you liking for a GPP running back this week?
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, let's just get Sharkhandrick in there. We talked about Tuesday. We're going to be using him all over the place, and I see no reason to stop now.
Really quick, take a stab. How highly owned do you think he's going to be in GPPs this weekend?
60%.
60 plus. That was my number 2. Was 60 plus.
He's
going to be way up there. So are you going? How much in all of your lineups are you going underweight, overweight on him?
But see, look, this is what we talked about last week was like, okay, you got to hit on those guys. What you do is, it's okay if he's 60% owned. You diversify the rest of your lineup. I mean, if he's a good play, he's a good play. Now, there's always the contrarian argument. I'm not like refuting that. I'm not saying don't play somebody, just to be contrarian. You should, but it's okay to have a couple high percentage guys. There's a reason they're high percentage owned. Last week, a couple weeks ago, when Antonio Brown had the huge game, his ownership percentage was ridiculous, right? Mm-hmm. So it's okay to have a couple of high percentage guys. You just want to, the other spots in the lineup where you diversify, you want to hit, and that's sort of the key. I'm probably going to have him in about at least half of my lineups, if that's where you were going with that.
Okay. That's where I was going with the question. Okay. Was in your lineup composition, how much were you going to have of him? And 50-50 sounds it's underweight, I think, and I don't hate it. I actually like that strategy. But okay, let's leave Sharkhandrick in there.
You ready?
Alex, did you look at the last year's game log?
Right, go ahead. So Sanchez came in November 2nd against Houston after Foles got hurt. That game, the week after, starting with Carolina, 9 targets, 7 catches, $138, 2 touchdowns. 8 targets, 5 catches, 107 with a touchdown. 8 targets, 6 catches, 77. 5 targets, 4 catches, 51, and a touchdown against Dallas, who controlled that game. Or no, they kicked the shit out of Dallas that week. Never mind. Against Seattle, 5 targets, 2 catches, 23 yards. I'm assuming he was on Sherman. The week after they lost to Dallas, he had 1 target for 0 catches. Washington, 5 targets, 3 catches, 58. Last game of the season, 10 targets, 8 catches, 105. So we're looking at about 60% value for this price with Matthews and Sanchez, with huge upside as long as he catches the football.
I still prefer just the Sanchez Ertz stack, but I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
No,
I'm okay with it.
I didn't. I expected better results, to be honest with that. So
Right.
Yeah, I'm with Pete. I'm okay with just Ertz in there. I don't hate throwing Matthews in there or throwing Matthews in there or Ertz, but I'd rather do one or the other for now. But yeah, I mean that's interesting. Those are pretty good stats. I'd just like to see more TDs, more scores. But okay. We'll stay off of him for now. So do we want to throw let's throw the Bears defense in there. How about that?
Oh, come on, you're ruining the lineup. All right, Dez and Evans.
Pete, are you in agreement?
Yeah, I definitely like the Dez play. I don't know how. Well, okay, I'm okay with Evans. I like Evans a lot. It's just again we're trending towards a lot of really high ownership percentage guys here. You know, Shark Kendrick's going to be up there. Dez is going to be up there. Evans is going to be up there. It's okay to have these guys. I just don't know that I like having too many of them. But I'm certainly okay with this lineup. It's looking a lot like a lineup I've already created, as a matter of fact.
Okay, do we want to throw a third number one in there or fall back to running back?
I'm okay throwing a third number one in.
Yeah, let's find a third number one.
Amari Cooper.
Mm.
Or Decker. Pick your poison.
I'm okay with Decker. And, you know, we've had this discussion. Yes, we think he's a number one. You know, I actually like Fitzgerald a lot this week.
Sammy.
I like Fitzgerald a lot this week.
Sammy.
I like Fitzgerald a lot this week.
7,200.
Yeah, I'm good with Fitz. That's fine.
I also still like Devontae Adams for the record, and he is the number one.
Devontae Adams?
Don't you agree?
I don't hate it.
So I do like him a lot this week, to be honest with you. If they use him in the same manner that they used him this past week, then they're actually using him as the one that's going to stretch the field. And that'll be interesting to see if he could burn or take over Xavier Rhodes and just tool on him all day long.
Yeah,
now,
dude, but look at his target numbers. Look at Adams' target numbers.
I was just going to say, you've got to pull back from last week, right? Because Rodgers threw the ball 60 times last week. That's not going to happen.
No, but look at the week before. Look at the week before.
Devontae got 20 targets this past week.
22.
The week before was what,
21.
11?
It was 21. 21 and 11 the past 2 weeks.
11 the week before. So, I mean, I said I like it. He's finally healthy. His ankle's finally back to what it was in the preseason. They're going to target, use him as the one to try and stretch the field. It's just a matter of time before they complete a touchdown, you know, a deep touchdown, because that's what they kind of predicate their game on the past couple seasons. I like it. I'm cool to throw him in the flex if you guys are.
Did he catch a 2-point conversion week 9?
Week 10.
No, week
I don't
9.
remember week 9, but I think no. I'm sorry. You're right. He did.
Because 18.3 didn't add up until you added that.
Yes, he caught a 2-point conversion. You're right.
Okay, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. You know my theory about playing 3 running backs, but in this particular instance, I can switch it out. What I would do is I would potentially try to find. So like, let's take Adams out, and let me tell you what I would do. Okay. So let's close out of that.
Wait, can we just put Devontae in the end of that lineup? It's wonderful.
No. Take out. Who do I want to take out? just for giggles, let's take out Dez for a second and put Devontae in. Now look at this lineup that we're going to go with. Okay. Now put in Peterson
And Freeman.
and Julio.
Ooh.
Shabam. Look at that.
Can we not play the Bears? I know it's the
Are
only
you?
one
We're playing the Bears.
I know
So
it's
you're
the
not
only one.
scared off by Vontae Davis at all?
Okay,
No.
so well, I just want to show you. Look, take Julio out. Take Julio out. Put in whoever you want, Freeman or Peterson. Okay. Let's say
Mhm.
Freeman. Okay. And now just look at this beautiful lineup we have created here. Put in Freeman. Look at this. You can even go to defense and you can upgrade so that Alex doesn't whine.
Do
You
it.
could even play the Jets.
Yes, play
That's
the,
how good this lineup
play
is.
the Jets.
You can play the Jets.
What if we play the Texans? I think J.J. Watt's due for a big game.
God. I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm
Go
so
ahead,
happy you
throw the
didn't.
Jets
I felt like that was a Spaceball reference. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at this lineup. This is a really kick-ass lineup. We could also take the Jets out, throw the Chiefs in, and play Ebron at tight end if we wanted to.
No, but we wanted to go Sanchez Ertz.
Right, I know. I'm just saying, like that's a flip you could make. Like you could take Sanchez out, put like a Fitzpatrick in, take Ertz out, and put like an Ebron in, and it could be real interesting. So just a heads up, that would be cool.
There's a lot of different things you can do this week because of the
Yeah.
quarterback situation.
Exactly. But this lineup, dude, look at
Yeah,
that lineup.
I don't
You got,
remember.
remember we talked about you got 3 number 1 receivers and you got 3 stud running backs. Like that's a good ass lineup right there.
So really quick, I'm gonna throw a couple guys out there at you.
Okay.
And no, one of them won't be Alex Smith, so don't worry. A Stafford Calvin stack.
I like it. I like it a lot. Let's look at that.
Does that
You know,
get you excited?
How much
That
is
gets me
Calvin?
excited.
How much is Calvin?
77, 72. So you
Listen,
could throw him in for Fitz.
Yeah, I mean you can just straight swap,
Straight swap him for Fitz.
and then you just have to downgrade the Jets to the Chiefs, and put Stafford in. You can put Stafford in before you take the Jets out.
There you go. 54. Jets to the Chiefs.
Dang.
I think, to be honest, Stafford Calvin is going to be
Yeah,
a little bit underowned this week. I think it's going to kind of be overlooked.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I really like it this week.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I really think Stafford could actually, like, he's actually played, if I remember correctly, let's look at the game logs. Not for the stats, but for the opponents. And let's look at what he's done against Chicago. Tore them apart. Sorry, Pete.
Okay.
Against Green Bay, he didn't really do much, right? He hit cash value. KC didn't do much. Good pass rush. Minnesota, okay. You know, San Diego at the beginning of the year, much better than they were now. Denver, at Seattle, Arizona. I mean, he's played some tough defenses. So you bring in Oakland, who is not very tough, and I feel like he has an opportunity to put up another big game. Not this, not 405 and 4 touchdowns, but 300 and 3 touchdowns. I don't think that's out of the realm this week for Stafford.
I agree. I actually like this stack a lot too. And it's a really easy swap to make.
And again, the combined cost is what, 12.6. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't to piggyback off of what Alex was saying earlier. I don't think I've seen this many cheap quarterbacks that are like viable to actually put up points ever. I don't know what's going on, but like, however they price their algorithm out this year, it's just incredible how much value's out there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of like the injuries and the substitutions and everything that we're seeing this week, but like a guy like Tannehill, a guy like Cutler, 5,100. I get the matchup, but I mean,
Yeah. It's not a bad play.
you know what I mean? Like each of the past 6 weeks or 7 weeks, whatever it's been that he's played and been healthy, how can he only be 5,100? I don't
He's
get
hit
it.
tournament value pretty much every week.
Gentlemen,
I just-
unfortunately, I have to run, but I will
Why?
catch you Tuesday. We
Yes,
got a
sir.
tourney lineup in.
Good luck to you, sir. That is our
Gracias.
tourney lineup. With that, I think we'll close
Another
things
one?
out.
Mark, do you want to make another one?
What's that?
Do you want to make another one when Pete leaves?
No, I think we've given the people what they want. Let's take a look really quick at the. Oh, Pete was. Do do. Pete was actually answering some chat stuff, so that's cool. Let's see. I'm going all the way to the top here. We're going to answer some questions, and then we'll
Just read them off. I don't even care if they're answered.
let's see. Ben Katz is a big fan of Keenum this week.
Oh my.
As is Alex.
Case Keenum truthers.
Of the world unite.
I'm gonna make
Let's
a shirt. We gotta
see.
make a shirt. Case Keenum truthers.
Let's see. Cooper matches up with Slay. Ben says. I mentioned it earlier.
I don't care. I don't think is he that good?
I really don't think so. I mean, I don't.
He was the one
subscribe
guarding
to PFF, but
I feel like he was the one guarding Devontae to 21 targets, so I don't really care.
he definitely. I feel like they switched. They were targeting one guy, but I can't remember who it was, so I apologize. But I don't think anyone on that in that secondary is scary enough for me to avoid a wide receiver just because they're matched up with them. Let's see. Travis is in. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Congrats again. If you didn't see it, we read your notes early on. Thank you for the email. I definitely appreciate it. There's actually not many. Okay, here we go. Fitz or Cooper, Alex?
If Floyd doesn't play, I'm on the Fitz train. If Floyd plays, I'm all about the Cooper. If Michael Floyd plays for the Cardinals, I'd rather play Cooper. If Michael Floyd doesn't play, I still don't know what John Brown's status is, so I'm expecting 12 plus catches for Fitz.
I like it. I'll take it. Definitely, you're absolutely right. If Floyd doesn't play, Fitz leapfrogs Cooper in the expected target area, right? In that specific number. So he's the better play for us, assuming Floyd's out, right? That's just something that you're gonna have to pay attention to the injury reports on Sunday. Lamar Miller or DeMarco Murray? Ooh.
Lamar, come on.
I'm gonna say Lamar.
Lamar, just because he doesn't really. I know Ajayi gets in there more now, but he's not really sharing the backfield with two other guys.
He's not. Ajayi isn't really he's not catching any passes. Lamar's still the primary pass catcher back there. So I like him a lot for that reason. Whereas DeMarco, he catches a couple, but if Matthews is out or if Matthews is in, he steals goal line stuff. If Matthews is out, Sproles is going to catch those balls out of the backfield. So I agree with you. Lamar over Murray this week. Alex Smith or Stafford? Well, I'm going to stay with Stafford there. Is Ivory a good play this week or no, Alex?
Yeah, I'm good with it. I thought that if Hill was a halfway decent running back, there were holes for him to find on Monday. And Bernard found a bunch of them. And I think as long as Ivory's healthy, especially coming off an extended layoff where he had a chance to rest whatever was ailing him, yeah, because he started to look really good at the end of that game against the Bills. Because the week before he looked terrible.
Yeah.
2 weeks before he looked terrible running the ball. And then he looked bad early, and then all of a sudden he started finding creases, and he looked fantastic. So I think he's starting to come out of it, and he could have a huge game. It's not cash.
I like it.
Love it in a tournament.
Yeah, the 10-day layoff, I think, helps everyone on that team that was ailing, right? And we mentioned before, Fitzmagic had the surgery, but before he even had it, or like as he had it, I think Bowles came out and said, "No, we're already expecting him to be back. It's not going to take that long to heal." So, I mean, we didn't put one together, but I think we mentioned it on Tuesday. I'm a fan of a Fitzmagic Marshall or a Fitzmagic Decker stack. Now, in saying that, who do you like, Decker or Marshall this week?
I want to say Decker because he gets a touchdown pretty much every game, and I don't think they're going to need to throw it as much, so Decker has a better chance to hit it. Plus, the last couple weeks, Decker's been like 6 for 70 or 80 with a touchdown every week. It's just been it's you know what you're getting, and that's even with a couple missed thrown balls. So, ooh, Shad Green.
Uh-oh.
Boy! Remember I brought him up week 2 and I got made fun of? Love this
You'll
kid.
still get made fun of if you bring him up.
All right, I'll make sure to bring him up next week.
Go ahead. I just won't talk about him because he just returned a kick. He was
Jameis's favorite target last year.
He's not making noise.
He was hurt. He just came back this week. This is his first week back.
Oh, is it?
That would be why he's not making noise. Whatever happened week 1, I think this is his first week back.
Yeah, but is he getting burned on offense or just kick returns?
Yeah.
I haven't been paying that close of attention to it. So
I mean, from what I watched in the first half, he was getting on the field.
Oh, okay. All right. Ivory or Lynch?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about Marshawn anymore. I feel like he's dying. Somebody should just take him out back and shoot him.
Take him out back and shoot him.
Just blow out his knee or something, so we don't have to worry about. I don't want to watch him decline.
Because that entire offense has just been in decline. Like, how did they put up 30 plus? How did they put up 30 plus?
Just because of how awesome he was. Who was that? Julius Thomas. They said it before the game. He was getting a touchdown. I just he's such a violent and such a fun runner to watch. I don't want to watch him just suck. And I just
yeah. I mean, I'm with you there. I don't trust that entire offense this year. I don't know why.
They're not good.
You feel like, yeah. There's that, right? But you feel like Russell Wilson's not getting any time back there. He's scrambling, 90% of the pass plays that they run.
They don't have an offensive line. This is why offensive lines are so important. They were so
exactly, and if they can't do that,
protecting Russell, now they can't run the ball and they can't protect Russell because the line is bad.
Yep.
I also don't understand why would they release Chris Matthews. I don't get that. He's good. He almost single-handedly helped them win a Super Bowl. He brought them back.
Yeah. I don't know. We're not Pete Carroll. Let's see. Ben Kemp.
Original question.
Yes. Ben brings up a good point. Sean Lee comes back this week. Does that keep you off of Lamar at all? Or change your mind on Lamar at all?
No, if anything, that means when he catches the ball, it'll just go for shorter yardage and he'll get more opportunities to do it.
All right. I agree with you there.
He's not a run it up the gut every time guy. They get him out in space. And as rangy as Sean Lee is, he's not going to make every tackle on every run. He's going to
We've seen them take it to the outside quite a bit more.
It's not like Sean Lee's
quite a bit more.
It's not like Sean Lee's making these tackles. What?
No, I was just agreeing with you that Dan Quinn gets his guys out in space more than we saw in the past.
Dan Campbell.
Sorry, Campbell.
But what I was thinking, Sean Lee doesn't necessarily make tackles on the 1 or the 1 yard gains. He'll make his tackles, but they could still be after 6 or 7 yard gains. It doesn't affect anything. Just means he's going to be tackled more and he's going to have more opportunities to run the ball.
Hillman
catch
or
the ball for
Starks?
that matter.
Hillman or Starks for you?
Starks. That's not even close. Because I don't know who to play between Hillman and CJ.
The thing is, for me, they're a coin flip because Lacey's going to come in and he's going to play again this week, and they're going to go back to
Oh, yeah? Is that what's going to happen?
alternating series in the first week or in the first half, and then second half ride the hot hand.
I'll believe that when I see it.
So you don't think Lacey's going to take over in the second series?
No, I mean, I don't like if they're going to.
They've already said they came out and said that's what they're going to do. Like that's what the Packers do when both running backs are healthy. They alternate series.
Okay. Well, when one starts playing significantly better than the other, aka Starks, we'll see.
I'm not saying it won't be Starks. I'm just saying they're kind of like the same back this week, Hillman and Starks. They're pretty much in the same.
All four of them are the same back this week. Don't play any of them.
Exactly my point. Someone said Decker over Marshall. Marshall is beat up.
Leave my boy out of it, right? Love me some B Marsh.
Let's see. Ben says I'm playing the fuck out of Lynch this week, and I hope everyone else is off him. That'll work for your GPP because I'm sure he's not going to be highly owned in GPP, so that'll work.
They're playing. I
don't know. Same kind of D. I mean, yeah, I can see it. That offense just worries me.
It could I feel like I'm the kid from Angels in the Outfield. It could happen. But like, he needs the Angels on the field to help him do it.
Frank Gore or Jonathan Stewart? Gore for me.
God, so much gross. Who's Carolina playing again?
Washington.
Oh man, I gotta say Gore just because I feel like they're gonna give him the ball and he's gonna get at least a touchdown. Although Stewart's been scoring touchdowns, surprisingly. Instead of him being the touchdowns being vultured from him, he's vulturing Cam and Tolbert's touchdowns now. And it's funny because they're calling him
actually giving it to him.
Number one running back. Funny. I like it.
So what just happened that Jackson
they
got
fumbled.
the ball back? Fumble?
Fumble.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good job.
I think it was the first play. Yeah.
Morris or Jones or Anderson or Hillman or Langford or Forte. What?
None of the above.
What just happened?
Why are you even asking that question?
I don't know. It's Ben put it in there.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking whoever asked that question.
The
only person of that group that I would play is Langford if Forte doesn't play.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. The first four are all coin flips because they're all splitting everything. Langford if Forte doesn't play.
Away.
Cam or Matt Ryan?
Ooh. I just feel like Matt Ryan's going to break out this week and be Matt Ryan coming out of the bye. I like when him and Julio have time to talk.
Oh,
this is one of the reasons. What?
Sorry, Ben asked that question as a joke about the running back, so you got us on that one.
Fair enough. Anyway, no, going back to the Ryan Cam question. I think when Julio and Matt Ryan have a little time to talk and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? They figure shit out. I feel like I've seen that repeatedly over the past couple of years where when they have a little time
come out of the bye hot.
To not just whether it's the bye or one of them's hurt for a week or one of them takes the week off to like work on something, they figure their shit out together and they explode. And I just this small feeling in the back of my mind says that Matt Ryan's going to just obliterate the Colts with Julio this week.
That's the hope, man. That's the hope for for anyone that owns him anyway. I'm there with you. But that's, to be honest, what you're describing is a lot of teams coming out of the bye, right? You're hoping that a lot of teams coming out of the bye.
There's some teams that come out of the bye. Like I think Andy Reid is like 1,000,000-1 out of the bye, and Belichick never loses after a bye, and like all of these kind of things where there are exceptions. Like yes, it's nice to have players come out of the bye and they're going to be better, but there are very few players where you can be like, I guarantee you that this is going to happen when they come out of the bye because this is what they always do. I feel like this is bordering on one of those situations.
So someone asked, Random Roamer asks, question for Alex. Do you watch the show King of Queens?
No, never. Please tell me that I don't remind you of one of the characters.
Probably just the obsession with the Mets. Julio or AJ Green? Julio.
I
don't think that's
AJ Green versus Patrick Peterson. Good luck.
Exactly. Freeman or AP? I think we kind of touched on that during the show. I like, if you have the money, I like Freeman. I think we touched on that when we talked about game flow and how Freeman's actually going to get more targets out of the backfield than AP will. AP will get 2, 3, but Freeman could see, 6.
6 catches, not even targets.
Sharkandrick or Danny Woodhead?
You can't make me pit these two against each other. That's so mean.
I like that question a lot. Props to Spencer for asking that question.
You're making my brain explode, Spencer.
I know.
It hurt. I think Sharkandrick has more upside because what I keep saying is he's Jamal Charles light, but at the same time, Danny Woodhead, because of all of the injuries, could catch 25 passes this week. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. They're both amazing.
I was with you on Sharkandrick just because he's the workload, period.
Well,
he's going to get the workload.
All right, you have to think about it like this. As far as PPR leagues go, I forget who was saying it this week on a podcast. Like I think it's like 3.4 carries is equivalent to a catch for a running back in PPR leagues. So Danny Woods had 6 catches are the equivalent of like Marshawn getting 21 carries as far as production goes. So Danny Woodhead's going to catch 6+ balls guaranteed. So it's basically like him getting a 20 carry workload.
Yeah, but Sharkandrick's going to catch 4+.
No, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I'm just saying like his floor is so much higher. They're both high floor, high ceiling. Basically, the first or second option in their offense at this point.
I'm still on West. All right, that is it for me. We are done for the night. So thank you guys for watching, for participating in the chat. We appreciate it. Be sure to click the thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter. If you guys have any further comments or questions, go ahead, leave a comment on the video or hit us up on Twitter. We try to respond as quickly as we can. I think that's about it. Good luck in your matchups this weekend, guys. Thank you very much again for watching. We do appreciate it. For Alex at Alex Hanowitz, Pete at P. Karaganis, I am Mark at MN Milano. Thank you guys, and we will catch you on Tuesday. Good luck this weekend.